You know, it's been a while since we've had a chance to really talk about the current wrestling news scene, and boy, oh boy, what a lot of stuff happening. Lindsay Lohan was backstage at Raw this week.
Wow. Was she aware that they've kind of been cracking down on the wellness policy?
I don't know if I don't think she had to subscribe to the wellness policy.
Maybe she was trying to find Jake Roberts. She had read that he had gone to rehab.
Perhaps that is very, very possible. I actually liked. I had gotten this snippet from JR's website. He talked about Lindsay Lohan coming to Raw.
Really?
Here's some insight. You know, people say that there have been people that have had the temerity to say that we don't bring a lot of substance, and a lot of insight to the wrestling business.
I bet Lindsay Lohan brought a lot of substance that night.
I have no doubt she did. But people have made that claim. You know what I mean? And all I can say is if you say that about us, if you have the audacity to say that about this here radio program, I just want you to hear what JR had to say on his website. I'm going to take a little sip here. I'm going to read. I'm going to recite.
Okay.
As many of you know, should I do it in JR voice?
Yes, as many of you know by now.
Actually, you go ahead. You go ahead, because you've got it too. Go ahead, JR. Read it to us.
As many of you know by now, actress Lindsay Lohan was backstage at Raw Monday night, I think, with some Make-A-Wish kids along with John Cena and Rey Mysterio.
Pause. Stop. Okay, you can't do Bill Cosby. You can't do Crispin Glover, but by God, no pun intended, by God, that was awesome. Fantastic. Please continue, JR. It's like Jim Ross is actually on. I think if we ever were to say, we're going to have Jim Ross on the show, and then you did your Jim Ross impersonation, people would believe it.
Feels like he was right on the other end.
That's what I thought. I thought I had misdialed and called Oklahoma instead of Kansas.
The king mentioned how much more Lohan is in person than on TV or the big screen, and how many freckles she has.
See, I was gonna make fun of the fact that the big item of note was that the king said that Lindsay Lohan has a lot of freckles, but when Jim Ross reads it, read that last sentence again for us, Jim.
The king mentioned how much more attractive Ms. Lohan is in person than on TV or... I'm sorry. It's not like really Jim Ross. It's more of like a drunk hillbilly just taking over our show.
You never know. You never know what JR might be swigging.
Good point.
He may have a still out back. You don't know. One more time, JR.
By God, she got some freckles, King. I can't believe it took us almost 3 years to do a Jim Ross impression on this fucking show.
This is the zenith, kids. This is the apex. The show has peaked. It's all downhill from here. I really think we need to have a weekly JR segment.
He can talk about freckles.
He can talk about freckles. That would be fantastic.
Yeah,
JR counts the freckles.
We should just talk about Lindsay Lohan news.
Lindsay Lohan news.
Jim Ross. My God, she's back in rehab,
JR is going to be here every week, giving us the latest on Lindsay Lohan and her freckles.
Latest in pop culture news, only here at Wrestlecrap Radio.
Fantastic.